Good day, fam people, how are you? I'm doing well, and today we're back into the video, totally accurate about Cinema. Today we will be doing the Orient faction. I was about to say campaign, my brain just stuttered there. As you can see, we've got a bunch of people here, and we're going to test them out. Now, there were some requests that I'm going to briefly discuss. One of them was like this Fire and Ice Kingdom. I remember seeing that comment. I cannot find that comment anymore, so I'm sorry about that. So you have to repost that, as well as, you know, add details like the tags and things. Thankfully, this faction was really easy to find. All you have to do is type in Orient, and then its tags are humor, powerful, and challenging, I believe, and it's the only one that shows up that with, you know, the name Orient, O-R-I-E-N-T. Anyway, let's get straight into this. Also, the next video will be, as I scroll through YouTube, the Pirate Plus faction. Yes. I didn't even have to check that. I already have it here. I already prepared that. Anyway, Nunchuck. I'll be honest, some of these units I feel like are going to be a little lackluster in combat, because just some of these weapons just suck, I'll be honest. This is one of those ones where I feel like it's just going to be mediocre. Let's test some against Squire. I was going to say, like, Samurai, but yeah, no, that would be an unfair comparison. What the flippity floppity? Okay, so yeah, pure aggression, probably enough to confuse a line. You know, if you put like the whole Roman army and stuff, shields and spears, it's going to confuse them a lot and disrupt them. Not something you want to really put in a giant, you know, proper army. You're not going to put these as foot soldiers because they just jump in. They're literally just rushers. They're cannon fodders. But damn, it's either a one-shot or get one-shotted situation here. A fair trade-off. Very agile, but semi-unreliable swings. It usually has to rely on its jumping to get, you know, the crazy momentum swing down. And even then, it kind of fucked it up, because it's just either it's the perfect one shot, or it's kind of left in this goofy situation where it's doing whatever this is. Honestly, I'm gonna say he's like I mean, design-wise, you can't really do much with him. I'll be honest, this is just one of those times. I understand the pain. You can't really do much. You know, you don't want to over-design it. I'll probably give this a 6 out of 10. Its design is fine. Its usability or utility, you know, yeah, it's solid. You know, it's a niche thing. You know, rushing it. Well, it's not really that niche, but you know, it's got its purpose. It's just not what I usually personally use. You know, I like having a bunch of units in. You already know. If you watch this channel, you already understand. Karate. Now this one, we can have a bunch of homeless people get involved now. Boom. Yep, basically what I was expecting. Bunch of kicking. Predictably one-shotting everybody, but then again, they're all peasants, so what do you expect? Where is the Taekwondo? Taekwondo. Boomerang. Yada yada yada. Am I blind? Don't answer that. Okay, so for double the cost, or more than double, yeah, this is what should be happening. You know, if it's double the value, you should be getting consistent W's. But let's see, how does it actually kill first? Is it coincidence? It seems like they do the exact same abilities, but I just think this one has more HP and damage. So Taekwondo has more HP and damage and just kills because of that. Let's try squires. 4 squires. It doesn't one-shot a squire. Never mind, it can one-shot a squire, but it's sometimes inconsistent. And it doesn't seem that tanky. Oh, let me actually test the tankiness. Well, we could test the tankiness if he actually hits. Okay, so it is not tanky. It relies on hitting fast and quick. I'd say that's fair cost. I'd say that's a fair cost. It's kind of like the teacher, you know, has its own niche. It works. It's fine by me. China Swordsman. Now, this is the ones where I'm like, okay, this just looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure having the sword on your back, that's impractical. You might be able to travel with it, but in terms of actual combat, you would not want to have that on your back. Well, at least you wouldn't want to be able to draw from. You would want to be able to, but you wouldn't really want to be drawing from your back, especially with a sword this big. So maybe you maybe you have it at your side and then you put it on your back. Okay, now I'm getting to unnecessary details. Yada yada yada. Schematics, semantics, whatever. Let's see how we have. He is big. That's what she said. Ooh. And he hits first. which is usually what the samurai specialize in, you know, because they kind of like pre-fire with their swing. Did he parry that? No, he didn't parry that. He just tanked it. Not gonna lie, that's impressive. Let's see how he fares up against an actual warrior though. In game, that is, you know, no destructive cultures and things. How much damage? Ooh, so it's fairly tanky. His swings are sort of like, it's not the best in terms of, yeah, this situation. But if it can attack first, which it always does, it usually just relies on quickly killing the opponent. It's like a duelist, again. But pales against, it's kind of like Count Dooku in Star Wars, you know. He loses to sheer aggression of Anakin, but, you know, against most shenanigans, he'll kill it pretty easily. Okay, Sid. Anyway. Who else can we test this against? Let's test this against the teacher. I'm curious about how the teacher will fare up against this. You know, teacher is one of those characters I just think are goated. It's the one time I respect a rapier and tabs, which is the type of sword they use. Predictable. And then follow it up with the meanest parry and slash! Okay, he was just finessing on him. Teacher, what the fuck? Maybe it's because of the sword, you know, he's not used to fighting such a long sword, that's what she said. Ooh, clean swing, clean swing. Oh, but if he like directly strings at him, he's just not able to deflect it. He didn't take damage, but he also didn't deal damage. And he also noticeably swings slower, or at least, you know, the other guy swings first because of his aggression. Damn, how did you... Okay, so it takes 3 hits. The teacher can kill him in 3 hits. Okay, teacher's still a goat, you know. My boy! Ah, damn it. So it's generally favouring this guy, which it should, you know, double the value. But what about 2 teachers? Come on, duelist. How do you fare against 2 duelists? We're literally just turning this into Star Wars, you know, Count Dooku versus Anakin. Jesus Christ! Count Dooku never one-shotted Anakin and Obi-Wan at the same time. If you don't watch Star Wars, you're not going to get these references. Damn, bro! Come on. What are the chances he kills both of you in a single strike? Come on. You're the chosen one! You got great defense. You kind of feel like you're more Obi-Wan right now instead of Anakin. You fucking suck at attacking, I'll be honest. God damn it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Also, now that we're on to finally sword guys, and you know, not the nunchuck and fisticuffs, we can start doing the arrow test, because we all know the other guys would just not have done anything towards arrows. Okay, you know, let's just quickly brush through this for the arrow test. Nunchuck, karate, and that. Bow, 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 and arrow. Okay. So it seems like neither of these 2 guys actually did anything to stop the arrow. This guy just got stupid ass lucky. He's like fucking the main character. And he also fucks up the attack, so you know he's kind of arse. Ooh, but 1 arrow is still enough to put him down. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than 1 arrow to put this guy down. Well... Ooh, you lucky bastard. Doesn't seem like he can deflect more than 1 shot. I think he's just a regular deflect. Ooh, but he can tank 2 arrows. That's a good feat. No? Good accomplishment, being able to tank a single arrow. And his slashes are so good, bro. They're so center focused. They're like the king slashes, except, you know, less... The king, you know, he sort of strikes downwards, make it really hard to dodge, but it also kind of swings around. Which is both an upside and a downside, because his weapon gets fumbled around. But this guy, he's got a really good striking sword. I wonder why I've never used this. I'm sure there's probably a reason. It's probably due to cost or something like that. Cost, either that, or something else. No fucking shit, if it's not cost, then it has to be something else. God damn it. Making no sense. Mongolian archer against a bunch of squires, because, you know, infantry. He's... Huh? What kind of fucking infantry lets out crows? And what kind of stupid ass horse is that? Oh, never mind. What the fuck? You're doing things, I just don't know if they're good things. Never mind, I take it back. They are definitely good things. That man is dead. All of them are dead. Damn, I'll give you credit where it's due. You did decently well. But how well do you do against actual soldiers of war? And not little bishes. First arrow completely misses through sheer luck. But the crow does it way better. Come on, use your spears to your advantage. Don't let him toss you around like you're a salad. There we go. Okay. Now I'm curious. Is it the horse that does the ability? Okay, it's definitely the horse. I can't control the horse, but it's most certainly the horse. It's certainly an interesting unit, I'll give it that. Gets countered by a good spear though. But it does decently well against units that rely on just slapping you in the face. Arrow test, obviously. Again, not that quick. Survives 2 arrows though, that's not bad. And it attacks quick, so that's good. That's cheating, he maneuvered. You guys fucking suck, I'll be honest. It's got good jukes though. Ooh, 1 arrow, 2 arrows. Is he gonna fall? 3 arrows and it still hasn't fallen. I'm, dare I say, impressed. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, you guys need to lock in. Take the shot! Oh! I guess somebody shot a 4th arrow and did the job. Oh, but this guy can tank an arrow. Honestly, not bad. And I'll just do one, you know, bonus test, and that'll be obviously against the Jouster. I have a feeling Jouster's just going to slaughter. Once you reach the weapon, bro, you're cooked. The Jouster's a weapon is so strong, bro. It's actually crazy. Oh my god! What the heck? Freaking take the swing! Take the swing! Take the swing! Oh my god, you did not deserve to survive that. Oh, it can actually survive a swing. That's very impressive. Oh, that's cheating, bro. You can't hit the guy. You have to hit the horse first. That's the rules of law. Don't even ask me what I just said there. I don't understand it myself. Yeah, so if he actually, you know, locks in, he slaughters him. And then it is the... It's a secret unit, right? The horse. The cavalry. It's like 2k, isn't it? Or 1.6k. I don't remember these things. I never use them. Cavalry, yes, cavalry. Don't ask me why I placed it so close. I don't know myself. Ooh, he just brushes right past the crow. No fucks to give. Yeah! Insta-killed the other guy's horse. Ooh, and now you're done. Damn, bro. He's dancing, bro. He's dancing. Bro, you just got styled on. No. I just got a brilliant idea. Hold on. Line settings. Swap line type. Put it like this. Back. And then if I do free for all. Yeah. Let me cook. What if? We got Mongol archer. No, I hate green. Let's give him a decent... The purple, that's good enough, I guess. And then the cavalry. I mean, it's the Jouster here, and then it's cavalry. Purple, well... white's not very photogenic. Red, sure, let's go with that. And then cavalry. Don't want more red, bro. What if we delete him, then we'll go. Then we'll see what colour we get. Light blue. Dark blue. Is there like a regular blue? Is that an option? I know I'm spending so much time on this, but I need it. We'll take dark blue, I guess, and then we'll finally end it with, you know, what's it called? The Mongol archer, who we shall place here. Now, who will win between these three? Obviously, I'm not going to play it like this. This is just for the thumbnail. Mongol archer shall go here. And then secret unit goes here. Red, sure, why not? I don't care. Jouster goes over here. I really, oh, my depth perception is so ass. Huh? What? Soul Fixer out of 3. What? Why did they all die? Okay then, I guess we're just turning off free for all. Return to normal. We've already tested Jouster and Cavalry versus the Mongol. Let's test them versus each other, and then we'll test finally against back to the Mongol. Where are you? There you are. Boom. Rush at each other. Best out of 3. I mean, to be fair, this one has better range. But blue is way more aggressive. And I'm pretty sure the horse deals more damage. But I guess it's red that wins, the Jouster. And then we finally do yada 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 Mongol archer. I feel like it's a 50-50 between Cavalry and the this guy. Huh? Take the shot! Take the shot! Take the shot! Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. Honestly, the fact that they just knocked that crow aside has to be animal abuse. Somebody get Peter. Don't ask me what Peter's gonna do, bro. I don't know who Peter is. Yeah, this guy, he's more against infantry. And not very, you know, actual horse v horse combat, which makes a lot of sense. Now I've wasted enough time on that singular unit. Kuruma bow! Kuruma bow! Let's go. You look like the type of guy who can deal with a bunch of enemies at once. He kind of pops off though, and I like the design. You know, it's not overly complicated. I do like it. That is a good design. Like, I already fucked with the sword guy, but now this guy, he looks cool. What more can I say? How much HP do you have? And you've been just clearing house without taking much damage. That much I can respect, bro. He goes crazy. Doesn't deal the most damage. If one of the squires could survive a hit, you're stuck. Come on, dude. You were locking in, and now you're just gonna die like this? Really? Yikes. He should know I've gotten that kill right there. Okay, let's do the arrow test. I don't really feel like there's much to test with this guy. Let's see how many of these actually hit their target. I'd be surprised if it actually hit all of them. They actually hit all of the shots. That's actually insane. I never thought I'd see the day. Why are they so accurate? Okay, it seems like it takes every single arrow for him to actually die. Okay, so 3 arrows missed, and he's immortal. Okay, of course. All of those hit. So he has been hit by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows, and he's still alive. Okay, first arrow missed. Second arrow just missed. Third arrow missed. Okay, 7 arrows is the number. Okay, that took a painfully long amount of time to do. And then finally we'll just end this off with the monk. Monkey. You know, this guy feels like a more prestigious version, but this guy feels like the lone survivor of the group. Similar in origin, but he was like, nah, I'm gonna be my own thing, bro. I may not have all these fancy garments like you, bro, but I'll whip all your asses. Or not. I feel like as a whole, I'd probably take the monks over him, because, you know, they're cheaper, and they're just generally good enforcers. Yeah, sure, he's whipping all of their asses, but, you know, he's also kind of sporadic. Again, I've explained I like large-scale quantity over quality units most of the time. You know, there are exceptions. Obviously, you know, Ra is obviously one of those characters where I'm like, okay, I'm taking quantity over quality. What the fuck did you just do to him? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, bro transcended to like the 4th dimension to kill this guy. What the fuck? If I showed you this picture, you'd think the blue one's actually the one that died at first glance. What the hell? I don't even know what to use as a thumbnail. I could use the horses as a thumbnail, or I can use this as a thumbnail. This one looks more unique, but I really don't know how to title it, so I'm probably just going to go with the horses, but Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's like, if you ever seen the TF2 SFM server blight, go check it out if you haven't, but, ooh boy, that's what it reminds me of. Anyway, Sumo. He looks like a big baby. Pretty accurate. Anyway, let's just shoot him with arrows first. Let's not even give him a chance to go fisticuffs just yet. That is a right that is earned. Okay, let's see how many of these arrows actually hit, because he's a bigger target, so in theory you'd expect all of them to hit, considering they all hit last time. And he is a beast, bro! 10 arrows and he's still barely over... Oh. Okay, who hadn't shot me at that point? 1, 2, so 2 of them hadn't shot me at that point. So that means I only took 18 arrows to kill. That's impressive. Boom. Let's see how destructive his attacks are. I think he's just supposed to be a tank, because he's not really showing any crazy abilities. He's just an insane tank. Yeah, he's killing a few of them, but... Okay, now he's starting to pop off, but... Oh, there he goes, back to his original state. Yeah, I guess Sumo isn't this whole hyper-lethal thing, so makes sense. But it does mean he kind of falls into a very specific niche where he's just a tank. Like the king and stuff, he's very tanky, but he's also a great offense. The fuck was this at? Okay, so he's a great disruptor and a tank. How much damage did he actually take from that? He is a tank. Okay, how much damage does he deal the king? Okay, so they're basically trading attacks. And with the enrage, he could actually beat the king. Okay, I underestimated you. So you deal quite a lot of damage, you're just not that consistent with the swings at times. And you're crazy tanky. When you're enraged, you can probably solo most opponents. Granted, that being said, you already know. Ra beats his ass. You can't let this guy think he has aura. Dead instantly. Hold on. Let's see how Tournament of Doom 6 Stinksy holds up. In theory, similar value. I mean, this guy was already a disappointment, I'll be honest. Tournament of Doom 6 Stinksy, you were always a disappointment. The fact that you failed in your first bout is insane. How much damage do you actually take? Okay, you're at least not insta-dying to this guy. But in theory, you should dominate because you got 200 more in value. Damn, even when scared, he's going back for more. Dingsy? Wow, bro literally just fled the battle. Honestly, how could you be more disappointing? If you're ever feeling bad about life, just remember you're not Tournament of Doom 6 Dinksy. I have forsaken. Oh my god! Thank you, Dinksy, restoring a little faith to the Dinksy name. That being said, you're like the black sheep of the family. You're the only one that I truly view as a disappointment. The other ones, you know, at least I was like, okay. This one, he got cheesed because he kept getting screamed at until he constantly gets sent back into the corner. You know, each of the Tournament of Dooms, they had their own reasons for failing. Some of them made it quite far. And in fact, the one that can summon units, he made it very far, and I was very proud of him, and I was so sad when he finally perished. But you Ooh, I believed in you for like half a second, and then I was kind of just like, this map's terrible, this matchup's terrible. It's like I was fighting somebody who was just a perfect counter. But that's how we know the game was rigged. That, and he actually changed the weapon, because this is not the Tournament of Doom 6 Dinksy, technically. This is the one I made, but gaming changed the wizard sword to the Qatar. So do with that as you will. That being said, I don't hold it against gaming, you know. I did kind of semi-agree to it. Anyway, you're still a disappointment though. Anyway, enough about him. Panda Warrior. We got Po from Kung Fu Panda. Whoa ho ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. Everybody go kung fu fighting. Oh, we're fast as lightning. And to be honest, it was and to be something, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. I don't actually know the lyrics fully, but I just heard it once and I was like, okay, that's stuck in my head. Okay, so far he's just a kicking version of the sumo guy. Maybe if I put him back, he'll have a greater ability. I really hope if I put him back, he actually does something impressive. Or else I just get the sumo. Sure, sumo can't kick, and you know, kicks are devastating, but nope, he's literally just about throwing hands. I'm assuming he's a high damage unit that usually is more of a duelist, you know. Kung Fu and all that, compared to getting swarmed. Though he still holds his own very well against swarms. Oh yeah, and this faction, I don't remember the in-game name, but you know, YouTuber account, Master, and you can probably finish it depending, you know, you can probably figure out what the second part of his name is. Master, and then I'm not going to say the second part, and you can probably figure it out based on that. Okay, and then arrows. I'm assuming he's just going to be a tank. Never mind, he dodges. Don't even know what I was doing then. Kind of cringe. Very tanky. And very high damage, Jesus. That's crazy. So he's a powerhouse. This guy is a problem. Probably not my type of unit to use, but he is a problem for anyone trying to fight him. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. At the end, I'll give my personal ratings for each of them. Dragon Boxer. Was this like the brother of the Super Boxer that was just less successful? Look at that! I can't fuck with it. You know, it takes advantage of all those dragon abilities. I'm like, why were they never used? Or at least I don't remember any unit using them. Or at least not all of them. Now, judging by the panda, I'm assuming this guy's going to dodge these. Never mind, he just deflects them. I will say, he looks like an anime character, I'll be honest. And the glowing shoulders, if it was toned down a bit, I know you can't really tone it down, but it just kind of hurts the eyes a little. I know, I just never liked the neon stars unless it's specifically niche or has a specific purpose. But he's pretty cool. He's taken 2 arrows. Oh, damn, he already killed the guys over there. Jesus. Let's see how the king fares up. Oh my god, you nearly... He did one-shot me. Bro, he's stuck. Ooh, so he's more offense and damage compared to tankiness. Sure, 3 hits from a king is nothing to scoff at, but clearly he's more of an offensive character. I'll respect that. Actually, you know what, let's finally test him against the Super Boxer. I have a feeling the Super Boxer is just going to absolutely decimate him, as he should. This will be over quickly. Jesus, bro. You're about to get sunned by this guy. What is he, your dad? Is it going to be like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker? Huh? Except it's reversed for who's evil. Ooh! I mean, Luke did fall down a high place. He's holding on way better than I thought he would. But obviously he did lose in the end. Nearly getting to a 69 with his son. Yada yada yada. Terracotta. Now this is the ones I'm semi-excited for. It's just cool. It's just a basic cool unit and I like that. I like that a lot. So let's see how he fares against, you know, just getting swarmed. The true test of a soldier's skill. How well they can handle being swarmed by a gaggle of bastards. Okay, equal cost. Let's see how he fares. Oh, I knew it. I saw the sword and I was like, that's going to be what he does. But, oh, I was really hoping that wasn't the case. I was really hoping for more like a knight-like unit, but, well, it is what it is. Jump him. Jump this motherfucker for destroying my dreams and hopes. And all happiness in the known universe. He kicks. And he makes quick work of knights. And he clones. That's some bullshit. Okie dokie, let's just, let's create this little thing. Fairly tanky, fairly tanky. Oh no. Oh no. The fact I still survived that, it just goes to show how arse you guys are. Owie. It's hard to deflect all these arrows. I didn't deflect most of them. A bit powerful for my liking. Okay, I think one good test will be for if it's OP or not. Will be, can it beat the Void Monarch? If it easily defeats the Void Monarch, it's too powerful for its cost. Okay, it looks like it's a close match. Not so close. Okay, it's a fairly balanced unit, I guess. I guess. I mean, the shield, it kind of equalizes it because, you know, at least you can shoot the Void Monarch, hopefully. Well, you can shoot it and then it'll teleport in your face and then you can maybe shoot it again. You know, have the first guys be bait and the second guys shoot him, but... Oh, well, I suppose it will equal out in the end. Ultimate Ninja. Do the archer test. We all know it's not going to do anything, the archers. Archers either have the easiest job in these videos or they have the hardest. Well, not the hardest, but the most dreadful, because, you know, just impending doom. Oh my god. It's like in the Boys TV show, watching A-Train. Oh, I'm alive! Never mind. It's like the Boys A-Train, where he just runs through somebody. I missed! No! He just barfed out shurikens and killed me. That's insane. But can he beat the Shogun? If he can beat the Shogun, I think he's a little too busted. You know, sure, they're equal value, but he also can throw shurikens. So you just assume that to balance it out, he'd lose in a straight-up CQC fight. He one-shotted him. Okay, this guy might be a little too strong for his cost. How tanky is he, though? Okay, so his health is acceptable, I guess. But he's just... For all he can do, like all of this, he should be like 5k in my opinion. At least. Because he is a little too crazy. Can he beat a helicopter, though? Can the ninja beat a fucking helicopter? You ain't Batman, bro. You ain't Batman. Light that motherfucker up. Honestly, I love this helicopter. I never use it, but dear god, when I do, I mean, fuck you, bro. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, bro? You ain't that guy. Firework Artemis. Rush her down. It's 1v 4,200 is such an oddly specific number that I hate it. Okay. It's basically what I expected. The real Artemis, you know, she doesn't just do the arrows, she also has like the ballista shot, basically. Does she have anything like that, or is she just... Okay, she's just this. You're literally dying... Okay. Okay, she just seems fair. Arrow test. Boom. Okay. Yeah, what do I really say to that? And, where is the regular Artemis? Like, somewhere around here, probably. Is it? I don't remember. Artemis, 5.5k. So for 1.3k more, you get the whole charge thing. How much damage? Equal range, but blue wins due to having a better projectile. I'll say Artemis' ability is kind of trash, so maybe you should have to amp up the cost. So the units that I think needs amping up in cost would likely be the Panda Warrior a bit, Dragon Boxer a bit, Terracotta can stay, Ultimate Ninja a bit, well quite a lot actually, and Firework to miss. Oh yeah, and one last thing with Firework to miss. Where is it? Where is it? Ah yes. Let's see how she handles this. Damn, that minigun is vile. Bro, the range is insane. Okay, do you even get a chance to kill them? No, you don't. Sure, you managed to land the first hit, but no, you... Actually, matter of fact, just for fairness sake, let's see how the entire faction holds up against one helicopter. You can be in front. Light him up, light him up. No! Oh! What the hell? Ooh, they actually managed to do it. They actually managed to do it. I'm impressed. I am somewhat semi-impressed. Now let's see you hold up against 3 helicopters. You feeling so confident now? You shouldn't be. Light him up. Oh my god! Oh! What the hell? There goes 2. Alright, now we have to turn up the heat now. We're not allowing that disrespect. Helicopter gang for life. I'm surprised they're not just being pushed back through the sheer bullet velocity. The fact they're actually taking some of us down is... The fact they're taking all of us down is kind of concerning, I won't lie. I think that's due to their tankiness and then Artemis coming in and, you know, locking in. But thankfully, you know, modern technology in the end wins, with only 2 helicopters remaining. I mean, let's be real, in movies, all helicopters do is explode. You know, 99% of the time they explode, 1% of the time they're actually flying. Now let's go over the individual units. So we've got the nunchuck, I guess, 90. It's kind of like the headbutter in a way. Like, a weird... How much is the headbutter? Never mind, I take the headbutter any day. I'm taking the headbutter. Both of them the same gimmick of, you know, just charging in. Except the headbutter, you know, does more damage, or at least it feels like it does. The karate... It's alright, I guess. It's a cheap subs. It's the poor man's taekwondo. Next up in cost would be this guy. Again, fair enough. You know, he's more expensive like the teacher. I respect it and I like the design. The first 2 I just didn't care about the design. This guy, he's just cool. He's just cool. His fighting is, you know, just because it's tabs, you know, the fighting's kind of mid, I'll be honest. Really effective when it actually works, but it just doesn't work half the time, it kind of just fumbles. But I really like the design. It's not overly complicated, I just really like it. Next up was the Sumo. You are a big baby, and I guess the design's fine. Can't really do much with this, I can't blame you for that. And, yeah, it's tanky. Cool. Oh, yeah, for the personal number ratings, this guy's like a 6 out of 10. You're like a 5 out of 10. You're like an 7 out of 10, held back by your actual effectiveness. You are an 8 out of 10. You are a 7 out of 10. Panda, you are an 8 out of 10. You just got a cool design. That's what carries you. You know, the whole Kung Fu Panda segment, that's what carried you. What the flippity floppity am I looking at? So, dark, crappy super boxer, you get a 8 out of 10 just because of the cool use of the actual fire abilities. You're held back by the design a bit because the glowing lights hurts my eyes. Mongolian guy, I kind of skipped you over. Cost-wise, yeah, you were right. I give you a 7 out of 10. You, sir, 6 out of 10. You're effective, your design's, it's fine, I guess. But you're held back by the fact you just got too much going for you. It's too good in terms of actual fighting. Design-wise, yeah, she's good. Maybe a little cheap for what she is compared to regular Artemis, so I'll give her like 6 out of 10. I just don't like her basic abilities. Nothing wrong with the actual character itself, it's just a me thing. It's not you, it's me. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. It really helps out. Comment below if you do anything on the channel. I'll be happy to something else. I have spent nearly 42 minutes on this, so let's go about conclude it here. Oh boy, I have to do a second video. Jesus. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.